Good evening. Welcome to Options Tender. This is a members video. We're taking a look at Block. That's SQ, formerly Square. We're going to go from the top down, looking at monthly all the way down to 65. We have a bullish bias. I am in multiple time frames of calls on this one. And, I had a couple people asking me what's going on and this thing hasn't moved. Well, let's take a top-down look and see if we can help you figure this out. So, all right, let's take a look at Square on the monthly time frame. We have an uptrend line that was breached, back-tested, and dropped lower. This does look like it could be a three-wave move there or simply an impulse wave down. So doing Elliott wave is always speculative. It's from the eye of the beholder kind of thing. And that's what makes markets. So at this point, we're underneath the trend line. So I'm going to assume bearish at this point. All right, we lost the trend. But this simply could be an impulse wave up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're making some sort of 5, 3, 5 wave down. Okay, zigzag for wave 2. And I'm not putting certain levels on there. We're coming into a bear market, recession, and this should bottom out, with or before the market or so, and then we should see new highs after that if this is a corrective move. Okay, so this channel, price action still in this channel. You see all the price action here that's caused this to be a point of control. This is a volume node, and now we're on top of that. Price has built itself on top of that in the monthly time frame. And so we're looking, price action's getting really tight. We're looking for a massive move, something similar to this candle here. Okay, this isn't going to be a gentle move, and I think it's imminent. There's two ways this could really play out, and by making this a three-wave move up, which is a zigzag of 5, 3, 5, and which would probably range right into this 50-month moving average here, around 120. We'll take a look on lower time frames, and there's a couple different ways you can measure this out, and we'll look at all that. Okay, but this could, have a spike up. And then with the market heading down, maybe this sets up a 1, 2, maybe this is an ending diagonal, and we don't get that candle that we were talking about. And Square just kind of lifts relatively stronger as the market goes down and has bounces. Maybe Block, has a spike up going into these new all-time highs into our targets if you've watched the stock market video. And as the market goes down, maybe Square is relatively stronger. And when the market bounces, Square, again, is stronger and heads up faster. So that's a possibility. But in general, I think this just could squeeze before the run is done. And that's as little as next week. All right. I know that just sounds, we'll just have to see what happens. But really, I'm only going to play this to the top of the range, about 83, at 83 points there. So we can expand this, and you can use this as a range play. This could bounce back and forth 3-4 times and then get a bounce before heading lower. There's all kinds of scenarios that could possibly happen, but being a range play, you get down. This was support here, lost it, got to the bottom of the range, top of the range, bottom, top, bottom, top. Now we did have a fake break, and that's what gets me the bullish perception that eventually it's going to go up, but really it's still range, top, bottom. Now let's go test the top again. That's the moral of this story here. Let's go down to the weekly. On the weekly time frame, this is another way to look at it. Again, we have our point of control. We're above that. We're above that 8 EMA. But all the moving averages are moving sideways, and they're getting very, very tight in price action. That is a sign of just a spring ready to coil. that coiling and ready to pop. Okay, so here's how I'm actually looking at it as a 1, 2, 3, 3, excuse me, this 4 triangle, and then 5. This could be the bottom of 3. A, B, C, D, E for a triangle, and one last move for wave 5. It's done. And now we're looking at this being an A. You could have the A here, it doesn't matter. A, B, and then a C move up there. So looking bullish enough, holding these candles, bull flag weekly, and holding on top of this launch pad. So technically we did break out. Maybe we're looking for a catalyst coming up. I don't know that. And let's see if I have an Elliott wave picture. I haven't looked at this in some time. Yeah, okay, so we did do a video some time ago, and so this is a good update here. So here it goes. We have that move down, an A, B, C, D, E, wave 5, and then we have an A, B down to the 61% retracement, and then a C that could easily move up to, if you're looking at 100% move from A to C, that would be around 103 there. If you're looking for a wave, a deceptive move like a 1, 2, 3, and some people say 4, 5 and get stuck in here, then we're looking at the 162, which would bring us to the 382 of this entire move. Okay, so that's a good level right here, all the way up here. So if we break above over time, no matter what happens, if we break above the channel that we're looking at, then you can start moving to higher targets. So we'll leave these on, you know, for good. And let's go down to the daily, just so I can show you we have the setup here as well. So now you have that 1, 2 or AB. Now you have a 1, 2, 1, 2. Can this move down a little further? It could, but in the scheme of things, it looks like it's holding in a traditional sense. It's holding the breakout, and it's backtesting right now as a bull flag. So this would be an impulse wave up as a wave C. So we could have a 1, 2, 1, 2 setup going on here. And we're probably only at maybe the 50% or so of this move. So let's measure that out, top to bottom. And yes, tag the 50% there. And I'm not going to leave that on there. So again, we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 setup. And this should be very, very impulsive. Now, again, if we have something weird going on, a complex correction, then this could just be another ABC to get up to the range here and an ABC down, because this could be some sort of major rectangle formation. I'm not going to get it into all that, but just not very likely. But either way, range play. 83, 86, maybe 90. We'll see, but I won't be playing this until then anyway. But relentlessly, if this thing starts moving tomorrow, for example, into Friday and into Monday, into our market top on Tuesday, we're looking for the timing to be Tuesday next week. This could have some massive moves to get to that range. Okay, maybe it's the earnings that gets us there. Not sure. But that's way out in time. Our calls are not that far out in time. So at this point, there's not a whole lot to go on. We have our 65-minute. And again, this is the downtrend line. Got above it. We're flagging and consolidating above it. And I believe this thing is ready to move on. So not only on the higher time frames do we have that big AB, and now 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we have another on the 65, 1, 2. Will this gap down tomorrow a little bit lower? That's possible. And then just this thing is ready to move. Is there? Yeah, we can come back to the point of control. Remember, this is a 50%. We could come down to the 62% or even lower. But again, here's the downtrend line that we're breaching and can't stay under it. So that's what I got for you guys. Hope that helps the explanation, and we will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful day.